What happens when lines blur between guidance and desire? Today, we explore stories where emotions spark in the most unexpected places. And not everything is as innocent as it seems.
I got an email this morning, summer gig. They're offering you $2,500 a day.
The Tutor is a tense psychological thriller with an unexpected romantic subtext that takes the theme of teacher-student relationships to a much darker side. Ethan, a charismatic private tutor, takes on the job of teaching a teenager from a wealthy family, but soon notices that something sinister lurks behind the facade of an elite house. A disturbing, suspenseful game ensues between him and the student, in which feelings, manipulation, and speculation intertwine. The movie doesn't show a straightforward love story, but skillfully uses subtext to create an atmosphere of forbidden attraction and psychological pressure. It's a movie more about the facets of power and addiction than love, but it's this contrast that makes it particularly intriguing. The Tutor is an atmospheric and suspenseful movie that is perfect for those looking for something atypical in the genre of teacher-student novels.
For that, I needed a fresh start.
Mr. Sumner, new English teacher.
My Teacher.
I want to be someone you can talk to.
My Obsession is a disturbing thriller in which the theme of teacher-student relationships takes on frightening forms. The main character, Raleigh, moves to a new city and starts studying at the school where her father works as an English teacher.
I know what I want.
There she meets the reserved but friendly Kayla, who soon becomes her friend. However, the friendship turns into a nightmare when it turns out that Kayla is obsessed with Raleigh's father and would do anything to be with him. The movie explores the dangerous edges of obsession and manipulation, turning an innocent infatuation into a deadly game. Although the plot may seem predictable, the tense atmosphere and convincing acting make it worth watching for fans of psychological dramas.
Taking him away from me.
Call Me by Your Name is an exquisite story of first love, set against the backdrop of a sultry summer in Italy in 1983. 17-year-old Elio is on vacation at his parents' villa, where he meets 24-year-old Oliver, a graduate student who has come to work with Elio's father, a professor of archaeology. A deep emotional connection develops between them, growing into a romantic relationship. The film explores the theme of growing up, self-identity, and awakening feelings without focusing on the traditional roles of teacher and student. Instead, it offers a subtle and sensual narrative of a fleeting but unforgettable connection that leaves an indelible mark on the lives of both characters.
You know what, thanks.
A Teacher is a mini-series that shatters illusions about teacher-student romance by showing the severity and consequences of such relationships. The main character, Claire Wilson, an English teacher, becomes involved with her 17-year-old student Eric Walker. At first, their relationship seems to be a mutual infatuation, but it soon becomes clear that this is a story of manipulation, abuse of trust, and power. The series doesn't seek to sensationalize, but rather scrutinizes the psychological traumas that linger for both parties. It is not a love story, but a warning about how easily the line can be crossed and the devastating consequences it can have. A Teacher is a must-see for those looking for a deep and honest exploration of the topic of forbidden relationships.
I'm risking my entire life to be with you.
After the Rain is a Japanese drama that subtly and delicately explores the theme of forbidden affection between 17-year-old high school student Akira Tachibana and her 45-year-old boss Masami Kondo. After an injury derails her athletic career, Akira takes a job at her family's restaurant, where she meets Masami. Her feelings for him become a way of coping with her loss and finding new meaning in her life. However, the movie doesn't turn this story into a romantic fantasy. Instead, it focuses on the characters' inner world, their pain, loss, and quest for healing. Masami, realizing the inappropriateness of Akira's feelings, tries to support her without crossing boundaries. The film invites the viewer to reflect on the facets of attachment, growing up, and emotional support, leaving behind a deep aftertaste and cause for reflection. From dangerous obsessions to emotionally complex connections, these stories prove that the teacher-student dynamic can be anything but predictable. If you enjoyed the journey through these intense and thought-provoking tales, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us which one intrigued you the most.